Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and yeah, as you can see, we finally got Dodge taken out the game, mate. Taken out of tournaments further. So yeah, thank you, Passive, Didn't need to do it, but did it nonetheless. And yeah, I guess next update, it should be gone, so I don't know if this tournament will, like, take it out of the game, but it might still be in this tournament, or it might get replaced with, what's the other one? The one that looks, no, that's Thrice, never mind. It won't get replaced with Thrice, but don't think it'll be in the game, which is nice, Don't have to deal with that ever again. Because yeah, last tournament was a pain, and even like 6, 7 months ago, back then, no pun intended, but like back then there was a tournament where I think Sid, yeah, I was using my Sid nuke, and the spit, was it the spear statue? Yeah, his spear statue. Maybe some of you guys remember it. He dodged my nuke twice, my Sid nuke twice, but yeah. Nonetheless, we did get 266 billion. These are the modifiers and the stuff. Yeah, screw dodge, but I mean, it's fine. It's gonna be gone soon, so don't have to worry about it at all. And you can see ban elements of these. And yeah, in terms of familiars, these are what I used. You can see we used this one on Broly. I used this one on Ainz. I used this one on Sanjiru just for that extra crit damage, a bit of regular damage, and crit chance. Then I used this burb for, of course, my best burb on my mob. And then who else? Uma got this burb as well. For good crit chance, good crit damage, and good damage. And the start got this. You purely want range on him. I mean, I already got marksman on him, so the range did not matter that much. But the range that I had was pretty nice. So anything around the same range as me. So with marksman and of course, I think he's like a 42% increase. But yeah, this type of range is pretty perfect for me. And in terms of the other unit, for Euros, Speedwagon, we use Eurozu, and yeah, that's it. That's it for the familiar. So yeah, let's just get into this. Okay, this tournament is not too hard. The first attempt I got like 157 because I failed to kill the boss. But yeah, attempt after I did end up killing the boss, which is this one. The first one I was trying to use Prona, but you ain't really got much slow coverage because yeah, her AoE is kind of buns and the range isn't all that. And the SP is pretty long as well, so yeah. That's why I opted out for start, which was doing nice. But yeah. Depending on your range stats for your birds is where you place your main 2 damage dealers, your Mob and Broly. So if you got the same exact range stat as you saw in the intro as me, then of course follow the same exact placements. If not, just place them more close towards spawn. Yeah, should experiment with that yourselves. But you just manage your emails pretty well. It should be up at wave 37 or wave 38. If you get real unlucky, then I guess 39, but shouldn't really happen. But just follow my timings and my placements. And even if these guys are leaking, it's fine because Umas are there. You got Sanjiru summons which are gonna be here soon, and you got Iron summons as well. You saw the spells I put? Yeah, the spells I picked, yeah. Of course were Aura of the Overlord, Aura of the Spear, and Great Undead summons. Yeah, I was experimenting with these dark placements. Pretty much all the placements are good, but it's just the last one will be placed differently. You see the last one and the first one. Or the fourth or third one. And yeah, just keep following your Umas, you know. But you can see my mob placement is there with caloric stone. If, I mean, oh, I'm thinking, if I can manage to uh, not use caloric stone, then I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to end up doing. And that's going to be making each enemy 1 HP through the world item, Ouroboros. But yeah, I'll probably do another run maybe in 2 days or maybe after the update and see what I can do. Because yeah, the update should give us some good units, and update should be on Sunday. So yeah, in terms of the upgrade order, you're gonna be doing Broly, Mob, Uma, and then Irons. And after Irons, you just put money into Sunjavu's. The upgrade order isn't too hard, but yeah, in between that, towards like I guess wave 40ish, you start upgrading your Starks in a certain way, and you'll see the placements I get for them, and then of course what upgrades I get them to. But yeah, you can see Broly's range is legit pinpoint perfect. He's hitting the exact very front of spawn. And he's covering a lot of range, so yeah, he's pretty much perfect. And now money just goes into mob. And you want to set mob to last so he's getting at least the repulse stacks. Because, yeah, but I'm pretty sure he has all of them already. But yeah, as you do know, mob needs to repulse 100 enemies and then he gets 100% more damage, which is nice. It takes his DPS a lot, like increases DPS a lot. But yeah, mob should be hitting spawn as well, which is pretty much perfect. If your mob is not hitting spawn, of course, you're gonna move him slightly close towards Broly. Man is behind the irons right now. But for most of these, should be fine. And yeah, since it is fast and the enemies are speeding up each wave, you don't really have to worry about maxing him in one go. He will still fill up his stress meter easily. You can see it's very easy to fill up. You just want to be keep want to be doing your umas. But yeah, this boss was just pretty much getting nuked because if you got mob doing a lot of damage, you got Broly doing damage of course, and you got your summons. Even though your iron summons are not really that strong, you pretty much got these Sanjiru summons that take off a lot. These are the ones that do most of the damage. You can see this bunch will just do so much. Yeah, you see, it took the boss from 16 to 3, which is nice. And then, of course, when Aura of Despair is activated, they're taking 30% more damage as well. Which is why we're pretty much using that spot as well. But you're trying to be putting auto upgrade on for your irons. And yeah, you can see this mob DPS 500k E DPS 630k now. Around 500k DPS pretty much. And you can see he's covering 90 through range, you know, it's very nice. Well, yeah, I need to mention, I need to put it at the start of the video in the text box. But yeah, we're domaining at wave 33. This is so we're like pretty much killing the mobs at like 47, 48. Because these are the mobs that are very important. The earlier you kill them, or the earlier you do more damage to them, the of course later you survive. Because if they're getting pretty far, you're gonna be wasting summons on, of course, the wrong enemies. You're gonna be summon nuking the wave 40 boss, which is a tanky freezer. But you see, I moved Stark a bit slightly back. It's because he was hitting that bend, which is ideally not what you want. You just want to be hitting. You want him to be hitting that one lane. But you see, with 33 hits, we hit the Broly domain, and then we just keep following with the Umas. And yeah, it should be done at wave 37 if things go right. But if things go wrong, of course, wave 38. But even if there's like this many leaks right now, it's fine because once you do get your Uma maxed, we'll be covering the leaks pretty well. And yeah, since your mob has this much range, he's pretty much just covering them really well as well. And yeah, looking at my irons placement, I could have placed them a lot more to the right. So you guys can do that as well if you want to optimize this run a bit better. You can see how much damage these summons are doing to Doria, even through his overshield. And yeah, that's pretty much why Deadeye Sanji is very important. But you're gonna be getting this Slark to upgrade too. So he's pretty much hitting that whole line. Move this Stark and find the right spot for him. This is the spot I went for. This is the one I saw about in the earlier in the run. And if you get this Stark to upgrade, of course upgrade, was that 5 or 6? He's hitting a pretty good amount of like path. A lot of enemies are getting hit in his range, so with AoE. So it means you're able to slow a lot of enemies and just keep them at bay for very long. And you can see that yeah, this boss is getting nuked. See that one group of summons did about like 40 million. And yeah, then the other star gets placed over there, and he's covering that whole part as well. Make me see 17 upgrade, 17k for the upgrade, and now stock is hitting that whole line, which is perfect. And now your money goes into your Sanjurus. You're gonna be getting one Sanjuru to upgrade 10, and of course the rest of the money goes into the other Sanjuru. But yeah, ideally you could upgrade this one to max as well. If you upgrade 6 or 7, so it's hitting the whole of the line, but doesn't really matter that much, so it's fine. But you can see why Dead Eye Sanjuru is very important, because you can see how much health this boss has. But yeah, this is why I probably don't mean that 34. It's very important to kill off these mobs early, because you don't want to be having a lot of enemies in front of the boss, because then they will be eating up the summons instead of the boss. You can see how many cadets are sprinting off, it's just annoying, but they get dealt with by the Umas, and of course these other summons, and of course Einsand mob as well. But yeah, to auto upgrade and put in for the next one. You can see my stock is hitting this whole line as well, which is pretty much what I want. And later on I do move him once the boss leaks a bit forward. But yeah, now I'm sure you guys see why it's important to domain at 33. So at wave 47 and 8, you have like pretty much fully built up mob, and you're just dealing with these mobs pretty easily. You're gonna start upgrading this Stark just to, of course, slow these mobs. And you can see that this boss is getting nuked so easily by these summons, which is nice. And yeah, that one. Look at the HP. Well, of course, when the actual Sun summons hit. And yeah, here. So yeah, this boss should easily die off, and yeah, you should be just focusing these mobs. You can see how low these mobs are at the specific point right now. And that's because our brawling domain should be maxed at 48. Which should put, I don't know, mobbing like, was it like 1 million EDPS? Maybe a bit more, I can't remember. I fully can't remember. Yeah, but the Stark I moved was the second Stark from the front. So yeah, there's two Starks that I placed next to each other. The one that's on the right a bit is the one I moved to this point. I turned auto upgrade off and just prioritize upgrading this. So yeah, once I get to the next upgrade, oh my days, first crack. It's pretty much perfect and where we want to be. So now it's just about timing your Eins nuke, and even if you don't make it to wave 51, 52 or 50, you can Eins nuke at 49, by the way, because it counts wave 0 as an extra wave. So even though it says at wave 50, it still counts. And now I nuked here just to be safe. I could have probably waited a bit more, but I didn't want to take the risk. I could have taken the risk, but it's fine. And it should just kill off all the enemies. And it does take 7 seconds to activate, so I want you guys to keep that in your memory, you know. And yeah, these guys, because we got 17 high HP summons, they're just gonna kill off anything in his path. But of course, not anything, but eventually we'll just stop. But yeah, this next boss has 1.72 billion. Unless you survive as long as possible, you are not killing this. The only way to kill it is, of course, if you can somehow not use caloric stone and end up using the Ouroboros to set it to 1 HP. But here it's just about slowing as long as you can. I should have moved the Stark enemy, but as you can see here, I had to go AFK, I had to open the door, so yeah, I couldn't really move the Stark, and it did affect me a bit. So ideally, I would have liked to slow these mobs as well. But yeah, I came back and yeah, I ended up dying, so yeah, I came back here, and it was too late. I turned auto skip off for the waves, but it wasn't enough time, so yeah. Of course, turn it off at 53 if you need to, and you just spam click yes until before you die, and that's it. So like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next one. Peace. Make sure to just sub up, yeah. See you next one. Peace.